you're a homeschool mom and you're on the cusp of overwhelmed stress or frustration on a routine basis, or you're a newer homeschool mom and you want to have a burnout prevention plan, then this is the video for you. This is for the homeschool mom who craves more satisfaction in her homeschool life, more clarity and confidence. I help homeschool moms shed what's not working, delete the stuff they don't want in their lives, and include the stuff they do. So if you're a first-year homeschool mom or a third-year homeschool mom or you're a graduated homeschool mom like me, you're invited to chat about the 3-point burnout prevention plan for overwhelmed, frustrated, or stressed homeschool moms. I don't know what your story of overwhelm would be in your homeschool, but I remember a very specific day. One of a few, but I remember the first very specific day where I felt overwhelmed. I remember feeling like there was too much going on in my head. I remember that I was yelling. I remember that I was feeling guilty, that I had a lot of tears. I felt exasperated. There was something that kind of spoke to me. A friend had shared with me a Brene Brown video, and so I watched that, and I still don't know what I learned from that video, but I remember watching that video thinking, I have no sense of myself. I don't know how to attend to my own needs. I'm losing myself in this homeschool mom role, or I'm losing myself in the demands of the day. I don't know who I am anymore, or I don't even know who I am at all. It just felt overwhelming for me. Is that your experience? Do you have one that's kind of similar to that? I'll tell you that there's more than one way to feel overwhelmed. I've heard many stories. I often hear that moms just say it just isn't fun, or it feels like it's a daily struggle. Certainly I hear conversation points around people feeling guilty that they're not showing up in their homeschool family lives the way that they want to, that they would not want to have someone be a fly on their wall watching them homeschool. I've been there too. I know I've heard people say that they feel that when they're doing what they're doing, even if they put a lot of heart and effort into it, it's still not good enough. And it's overwhelming to feel like there's so many unrealistic expectations, but it's hard to even clarify what is the overwhelming expectation. What is the thing that I'm even experiencing? What is it I'm expecting? What do I think I can do? And yet there's always this nagging, I'm not doing it good enough. Certainly for me, and I've heard it from others too, that feeling like you're losing yourself in this experience of homeschool mom life is a common conversation, and also not feeling supported in your homeschool life choices, also common. So do you relate to any of those stories? Don't want to overwhelm you, but here's 17 common reasons that homeschool moms feel overwhelmed. 1, you're trying to keep a clean house. 2, you're trying to keep a private school in your home. 3, you're trying to finish all the curriculum by the end of the year or before holidays. 4, you're trying to do everything that the neighbors' kids are doing in their school. 5, you're trying to do everything other homeschool families are doing that you've met at the co-op. 6, you believe there really is one right way to homeschool, even though you wouldn't say it out loud, but deep down you think it. 7, you're experiencing a mental health challenge like depression, anxiety, ADHD, or maybe you're just identifying as a highly sensitive person, but whatever the case, that you're not honoring it, you're not addressing it, you're trying to barrel through and keep homeschooling. That's a common reason. How about 8? Maybe you're trying to do this homeschool thing just like Charlotte Mason would, or John Holt, or Maria Montessori, Ainsley Armand, Classical Conversations, maybe Julie Bogart. Number 9, you might be trying to keep your kids happy. 10, maybe you have an unhappy partnering relationship. 11, you don't feel supported by your family or community. 12, you have one kiddo that has extra needs and you don't know if you're doing right by them. Or you have one kiddo that has extra needs, or you have a few that have extra special needs, and the ones that don't aren't getting enough time from you. 13, you have neurotypical kids, but you still don't know if you're doing right by them. 14, maybe you feel like you could do a great job with just 1 or 2 kids, but you've got 5. 15, you feel like you're never quite choosing the right curriculum or resources, and homeschooling is always looking different every few months, and there's too much to try to figure out there. Too many types of curriculum. 16, you have unresolved challenges from childhood that you still carry at the age of 35, 41, or 52. And 17th is, even if you deleted the homeschool mom life, you're actually not really happy. Those are 17 common reasons for homeschool overwhelm. This overwhelm experience did not disappear for me overnight. I had to put into practice different tools, certain strategies around certain things, or perspective shifts that I had. And over the course of time, I felt more present in my life with my kids. I felt like the choices I was making, I was choosing them on purpose, and I had a greater sense of this is why I'm doing it for a specific reason, and I could see the bigger purpose. I learned to accept my imperfection, the fact that I couldn't do everything. I learned to find time and space for myself, both for wellness practices and also to encourage my own creativity, my own learning, and just to really enjoy my life outside the homeschool mom role. And I learned how to create an authentic, supportive community. This took time, but this was my experience of overcoming overwhelm. I could share many stories of homeschool moms that work with me, but I'll just share one with you. From the words of Michelle, a homeschool mom of 1, she said, "My house is a mess. I'm worried I'm not doing the best for my son. I'm pretty sure he has sensory processing issues, but I'm trying to navigate them on my own. We have no homeschool friends, and if one more person in my family says the S word, ... It also doesn't help that I feel my extended family quizzes my son anytime they see him. My husband is also very little help, so I think that's pretty much my reasons for overwhelm. But I am grateful to have found you on Instagram. Thank you for all the education, the clarity that you provide. I am brand new at this and pretty much on my own. I haven't found a homeschool co-op or group to join, unfortunately, so I am very grateful for you. And I am so glad to have met Michelle and helped her overcome her overwhelm. Here's how I do it. I offer you the Overcoming Homeschool Overwhelm Group Coaching Program. There are 3 main areas of this program that we discuss over the course of 5 sessions together. You and I will have an initial assessment so I can get really clear on the details of the reasons you might be overwhelmed. Then every week for 5 weeks, we meet in session, group coaching sessions that are kept small so we can deeply interact with each other. It's also accompanied by a dripped course that will be given to you once a week so we don't overwhelm you in this group coaching program. And while you do that work, you can use the journaling workbook designed for the Overcoming Overwhelm group coaching program. In the sessions, we'll go deep into the discussion points that are most challenging for you. There are 3 main areas that we address in this group coaching program. The first is to assess and clarify your needs. The second is to address your relationships and to address your homeschool vision. So, if you want to get clear on your reasons for feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and frustrated, if you want to get clear on what your needs are and how to address them to understand why you're overwhelmed in particular relationships, or how you can get clearer on your homeschool vision so that you are enjoying your homeschool more, then connect with me. You can email me at teresawiedrick@outlook.com or check out more details about me on my website, www.capturingthecharmedlife.com. This is an opportunity for you to move toward clarity, confidence, and satisfaction in your homeschool mom life, and I'm looking forward to helping you overcome your overwhelm. Thank you for watching. Would you like and subscribe to this channel and let my homeschool room know that you want to come back? We'll see you next week.